All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a close-up look at the Google Cloud Professional DevOps Engineer certification. If you're someone who lives and breathes in that space between writing code and keeping the lights on, and you're ready to prove it, well, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. So first things first, what is this job really about? I want you to forget the official title for a minute and just think about the mission. At its core, your job is to take the code sitting on a developer's laptop and get it out into the world, into production where real users can interact with it. And then, once it's out there, your mission is to make sure it stays up, stays fast, and stays healthy. It's a huge responsibility for sure.
You know, the best way I've found to think about this role is to picture a bridge. Yeah, a bridge that connects two totally different worlds. On one side, you've got development, where everyone's focused on building new things and moving as fast as possible. And on the other side, you have operations, where the name of the game is stability, uptime, and making sure nothing breaks. A great DevOps engineer, they're the bridge that allows both sides to thrive.
Now, this isn't a journey you just jump into from day one. It's really built on the idea that you already have a solid foundation, basically what you learn for the Google Cloud Associate Cloud Engineer cert. So that means you're already comfortable spinning up virtual machines with Compute Engine, you know your way around networking with VPCs, and you understand the basics of who can do what with IAM.
Okay, so assuming you've got that foundation locked in, the next question is a bit more personal. Are you the right person for this journey? Let's figure out if this certification really lines up with what you do every day. Just take a second and really think about your day-to-day job. What are the things you're actually doing? Do the challenges you face sound like the kinds of things a DevOps pro deals with? Let's get a little more specific.
If you're the person who's in the weeds, building and fixing those CI/CD pipelines, or if you're trying to bring site reliability engineering, or SRE, principles to your team, or hey, if you're the one staring at dashboards and getting that alert at 2 a.m. when something goes wrong, then yeah, this certification is talking your language. It's for people who live in that constant tug of war between shipping features fast and making sure the whole system doesn't fall over.
So, if all that sounds familiar, that's awesome. Now we can get practical. Every good journey needs a map, right? For us, that map is the exam blueprint. We're going to break it down piece by piece so you know exactly what's coming. First off, the vitals, the quick, need-to-know stuff. You're looking at 50 questions and they give you 2 hours to get through them. The fee to register is $200 US. Simple as that. These are just the basic numbers to keep in your back pocket. Okay, now this slide is where you should really pay attention. This isn't just a list, it's your study guide. Just look at this. Building CI/CD pipelines and applying SRE principles together, that's almost half the entire exam. Throw in monitoring, and you're talking about the vast majority of questions. This tells you exactly where to pour your energy. And here it is, the official breakdown straight from Google. Bootstrapping is all about getting your organization and your infrastructure as code set up. CI/CD is the whole build and release pipeline. SRE is where you get into things like error budgets and incident management. Then you have monitoring. And finally, performance, which is all about troubleshooting. Feel free to hit pause here and really soak this in.
You know, just knowing the topics isn't quite enough. To really nail this exam, you have to get the philosophy behind it. So let's talk about the rules of the road, these 5 core ideas that you'll see pop up again and again in the questions. These are the big ones. Number 1, automation over manual work. If you can script it, you should. It just reduces human error. 2, immutable infrastructure. Don't go in and patch a running server. Just build a new, better one and replace it. 3, a blameless culture. When something breaks, you don't ask who broke it, you ask why it broke and fix the process. 4, the principle of least privilege. Only give permissions for exactly what's needed and nothing more. And finally, number 5, defense in depth. Layer your security because you can't rely on just one thing to protect you.
All right, you got the map, you know the rules of the road. The last thing to do is pack your bag with the right gear. Let's go over the absolute keys to success for your prep work.
Listen up, you absolutely positively have to know your deployment strategies. The exam is filled with scenario questions about these. Think of a canary deployment like dipping your toe in the water. You release the new code to just a tiny fraction of users to see what happens. A blue-green deployment is totally different. It's like building a brand new, identical house next door. And once it's perfect, you just flip a switch and move everyone over at once. Understanding when to use which is critical. So here are 4 final super actionable tips. 1.
Get your hands dirty. Reading about it isn't enough. Get a free tier account and actually build a pipeline. 2. Master those observability tools. You need to know instinctively when to use CloudTrace for latency issues versus when to use the profiler for CPU problems. 3. Read the Google SRE book. Seriously, it's like the Bible for a huge chunk of this exam. And 4. This is a classic exam trick. Read every question carefully. They love to ask which option is not a best practice. And it's so easy to miss that one little word.
And there you have it. We've covered the mission, the map, the rules, and how to get ready. We started this whole thing talking about this role as a bridge, and that's really what it all comes back to. So the only question left is for you. Are you ready to become that bridge?
We hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more Apex insights.